My name is Olivia, and the community I decided to do for this project is Neopets. And I'm sure many of you are familiar with this community from your childhood, but in case you aren't, this is a community where you make and adopt pets, where you play games and interact with other people on the site. It reminds me of Tamagotchi and Pokemon kind of combined, because you can battle your pets and you also are encouraged to take care of your pets by feeding them and clothing them and creating shops. The very first thing I decided to do when I entered this site was, if you go to the bottom, there's a bar and it has the privacy policy. It's more of a legal document. It kind of reviews their safety and legal matters, such as information that they're allowed to keep and use towards other people. Not designed for kids. It is a legal document, and it's more for adults to come and have a look at it. However, beside the privacy policy, there's a safeties tip. I found this really useful, especially if you're a kid coming onto the site. There's about 7 tips on how to be safe on the site. I found a few of them very interesting and probably very helpful to kids. The never supply any personal information to another user on Neopets. There's also one I found was very, very important, is be careful about in-person meetings. So although they try to encourage you not to meet people in person, they know they can't stop you from doing so. So they give you a few tips in order to keep you safe. The tips are: meet only people you feel and you know well, have known for a long time, and only with your parents' knowledge and permission. Meet in a public place such as a mall. Go with a parent or 18+ sibling, even if you're an adult yourself. And make sure the person you're meeting is not alone, but coming with another parent or adult. I find this useful, especially if you're a kid on the site. I think it shows the site is concerned for a child's safety and keeping people safe within this community. So let's take you on a tour of Neopets. There's a bar at the top, and it has the My Account, Customize, Games, Explore, Pet Central, News, Boards, Shops, and Malls. First place I went to is Explore. Now there is a tutorial. I found it quite useless. If you go, however, to the maps of Neopia, you get to see all these little cool places you can go to, and underneath the map, it's probably the most convenient part of this, is the name of all the lands and a description of them. So it's very entertaining if you click on to one of them. There is games and shops and many places you can go and entertain yourself. Personally, I find it much simpler just to go to the main site, where you can find new games, the latest games, items, and recent winners. I play games. Playing games gets you Neopoints. Neopoints allows you to buy things for your pet. And so I spent most of my time, because I wanted to find out what the values of this site was on the boards. Unfortunately, Neopets is such a huge community that if you post any kind of thing on the board, finding it later on is virtually impossible. But when you go on to the main area, you can see there's several different categories as to maybe Battle Dome, conversations, beauty contests, and things like that. There is no just main board, but most of the categories don't really stick to what they're talking about. I went on to newbies, and on there it's very random. Maybe you'll have, what did you wear today? Something has happened, or many things like that. But if you post one of these, it's virtually, if you come back a day later, impossible to find, especially to find your comment that you made. So because there's so many people, the only way to get a conversation going is to sit here and press refresh constantly to see when people have replied to your post. People here are really nice. I was surprised because I believed that Neopets was a site for young kids. So much so that when I signed up for it, I made myself appear to be a 15-year-old girl because I wanted to fit in. Surprisingly, lots of people in university are on this site. Lots of people over the age of 18. In fact, there is boards asking how old are you, or I was surprised when people were like, what's your mark? And I was getting marks about GPAs. And Neopets is very strict as to what you can post on this website. In fact, I've been warned several times. I've tried to post a post with something that said piss in it. Unfortunately, piss is considered to be vulgar language. And within 30 minutes of posting something that wasn't even against any of the rules, I think I posted how to anger a substitute teacher, I got an email from the Neopets staff team, official warning from the Neopets team. I did in fact respond to this message, and fortunately they never responded back. You are capable of tracking where your message is, but it has never been responded to. Overall, Neopets is a very caring and supporting community, where the Neopets team work hard to keep it a safe place for kids. Despite their strike rules, it is a great place to interact and have fun.